Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Eating While Broke. I'm your host, Coline Witt, and today we have very special guest, entrepreneur of Wangs and Thangs.
Okay.
Atreyu Rahmen is in the building.
There we go.
There we go. I got it right, right?
You got it right.
Okay.
We had to cut that last one.
We had to cut
Rahmen,
it.
come on.
We had to get Atreyu Rahmen is in the building, and just for just a little backstory before we get into the interview, guys. He's the owner of Wangs and Thangs in Venice Beach. This is one of my favorite go-to spots. If you know me, you know that the weekends are solely dedicated to living like a 4-year-old, but we got to add some adulting fun into it. So Venice, Wangs and Thangs is a part of that. I come there very often. I have a punch card.
Okay.
You know, and I bring a lot of people.
Okay.
I usually introduce somebody to the spot, even though the guy that hands out the samples,
Yes.
he does an amazing job at.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He does a great job. And we don't even use the punch card anymore. We're all digital now. So you
really?
you put in your number and it's like using the punch
Really?
card, so it keeps track of your orders and
Yeah. And just so you guys know, my favorite thing to order is it's pretty much everything. The secret, I think, to what makes Wangs and Thangs so special, for all y'all wondering what kind of food it is like wings, it's potato, it's shrimp,
shrimp,
chicken,
we have po' boys. I'm from the South, so
Okay.
a lot of the food is originated from the South. So the po' boys, there's a lot of vegans and vegetarians in the Venice area, so we had to create some foods that cater to them, like the mushroom sandwich, cauliflower sandwich. You haven't seen that yet.
I feel like I need to do a review of all the different. I stick to what I know. I'm like the potato.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? It's whatever he hands out in the samples.
Yes.
That's what I get.
Okay. So
Maybe I need to explore outside.
There it is. People, when they typically get the samples outside, that's what they want. Oh, let me get what I had out there. But when you get to the front of our establishment, you know, our whole menu is out in the front. So there's so many other options for people to choose. Yeah.
No, I see them too.
Yeah.
I don't know why that. So just so you guys know, what I think makes it special is the sauce. Is finger licking good, and then I have never met someone that has mastered frying as well as you.
Oh, wow.
Because
that's big.
I think
I've only been doing this for 2 years now.
Really?
Just keep in mind.
That's it?
Never really cooked ever. So,
are you joking?
Not at all.
I think the way he fries is simply fantastic.
Okay.
I think about it sometimes. I'm like, damn, how does he master it so well? I don't know if you timed it, how you got it to weigh. That's interesting.
My fryers stay at 350 for all of my foods, and when I see it has that right crisp, it's out of there.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
All right, so and I wanted you guys just to hear from me, you know, what it is I like about the restaurant. But I was very excited when Atreyu hit me up in the DMs because we had talked. I said, man, you know, you should come on the show, and follow-up game was real. And yes, I'm very excited to have you and know your backstory. Did not know 2 years, but we're about to get into it.
Yes.
But before we get into your story, I need to know what you are going to have me eating today as your broke dish.
Okay, my broke dish. When she was like, what did you eat while you were broke? Had to think of the time when I was broke and on the struggle, and I was in jail. You know, and when you're in jail, you don't have too many options when it comes to food. You know, I was eating typically what they served at lunch. You know, but then when you get that commissary list and you get to pick out what you want, I never dabbled with rice paper. I'm like, what is up with this? You know, so you're in jail, you have a lot of time, so let's figure this out. So I came up with this rice paper sardine veggie roll.
Okay.
I made it for myself first. People walk by, hey, what are you making? Hey, sit down, see if you like it. And then it turned into every Thursday, Atreyu's making the rice paper meal.
Oh, so did you start to like cooking when you were in jail? Or being creative?
Well, I've always been into, just putting a meal together, typically for myself or my guest. Being locked away, it only heightens, your creativeness, especially when you're so limited to, hey, what can I put together? I would make my my meals for myself, and when friends walked by, hey, what are you making? I don't even know. I'm just putting it together. That was really my answer. But it tasted very good, So it turned out with me to a whole group of 10 people every Thursday. They would all bring their own ingredients.
Oh, nice.
And it was like a little potluck, for the sardines and veggie roll.
Now, when people think of jail, i.e. me, guys, I'm sorry, I've only been to jail for like 24 hours, so my experience is very limited. But you don't think of jail as a place where you can like pick rice paper as an ingredient.
Well, I was at a camp. At a camp. A camp is where they typically send, like, if the mayor goes to jail.
Oh, is it like a Fed? Is that the Fed?
Yeah, the Fed.
That's like the
Fed
nice
camp.
jail, right?
Yeah, they had pool tables there. I learned how to shoot pool.
You're hilarious.
Oh, I'm going to pull a shark now, because when you have nothing but time, hey, let me perfect this,
Yeah.
So it was a place where, it was kind of like bunk style, open area. If you cause any type of ruckus in there, they'll send you to a different level to where you won't have as much leniency. There was like you could walk off and leave the whole facility. It wasn't gated. So at a camp, like literally they call them walk-offs, and they broadcast them on the news at night. Hey, this inmate has walked off, but you don't want to mess up here, because if you go there, then you only have at least like 5 years and under left on your sentence. So some people were there for 20 years and then they're praying that they could get to a camp, because you get to a camp, it's just, an easy glide through for the rest of your sentence. So
I'd imagine it's a good semi-transition back to life, right?
Yeah, absolutely, because you have opportunities to have a job outside of jail,
So like you can go and then come back and you just sleep there at night?
You could go, come back, get a furlough and, go see your family, that type of thing.
Wow.
I was sentenced to a year and a half.
Okay.
Excuse me, a year and a day. A year and a day.
Did it feel like a year and a day?
It felt like a year and a day, because when they sentence you to a year and a day, you're supposed to go home in like 6 months. But when the 6 month hit, I was supposed to go and go to my father's for the rest of my term in Mississippi. And then when they called me in for that 6 month hit, they called me into the office and said that my dad denied me from going out there. Then it felt like a year and a day, because I had to stay the whole year and a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that year and a day was an actual year and a day.
Okay. Now I'm just curious.
Yes. Well, I got denied.
No, what'd you do?
Oh, what I do? Oh.
Just a snapshot. We ain't even set the dish fully yet. All right, go on.
So I used to model back in the day, like in my 20s, and this was all in my 20s, and I had this gig in New York, and it was the next day gig. And I had a friend that was always flying. This guy, I'm on a plane, bro, like, I need to fly to New York tomorrow for this gig.
Yeah.
And he connects me with this guy, and he books me on a flight, first class, all the way to New York next day. Like, literally,
That's clutch.
It was super clutch.
Yeah.
It was so clutch. When I got back, I was like, hey, like, give me, like, is it okay if I use him? Like, can I call him for, my next flight? And my friends like to fly too, So I turned into like a travel agent, you know, because I would let my friends know, hey, if you want to fly, and his price was amazing. It was like, to me, it was like $100 round trip.
For first class?
$100 round trip.
Shit.
That was
lit.
Right. So I was charging people. I would look up their flight information and be like, oh, your flight is $500. Okay, it's gonna be $250 for you. Whatever. It's gonna be half off.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn. When was it? Damn.
But look, I was. You could call me green, right? Because I'm just thinking this guy is just booking because he would just send me the flight information. I send it to my people and they would go on their way.
And he was only taxing you a little bit, so you were
only
just
a little bit. I was adding my top until dun, 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 right?
Yeah.
One of my friends called me, booked him a flight, and he's like, "Hey, they said the credit card didn't go through with this flight," and I'm like, "Hold on, let me call this guy and tell him." Hey, what's happening? I call him. I'm like, hey, my friend is stuck at the airport. They said the credit card didn't go through. He's like, oh, don't worry. I'll rebook him. Rebooked him. And he was on the next flight out, right? But at that point, I'm like, okay, this guy is using credit cards to book people on flights, you know? And I knew at that point, this is like 3 months into.
Oh, I'm so dumb because it took me a minute to catch up.
Yes.
So basically, he was paying for the
flight, but with other people's credit cards.
Oh,
yes.
Shoot.
So I figured this out. And I remember, it's funny how God works really in your life, and he gives you your decisions and you got to make them right then. I was sitting on the curb outside, and I'm like, wow, okay, so he's using people's credit cards to book people's flights. I'm like, something like this, I feel like I could get like 5 years for doing something like this.
Oh,
like,
you actually thought that?
This was a thought in my head, right? And I'm like, I had my decision to stop right then or, you know, keep going. And take in mind, like, I'm modeling at this time. Like, I'm in front of people's faces. I'm behind the camera.
Aren't you broke a little bit?
Yeah, and I was booking modeling gigs, but those gigs were just paying my cell phone bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm a flight agent right now. Like, hence, like, as soon as I was like 5 years for something like this, I got a text message from one of my people that wanted to fly. I'm like, this is the test. I'm looking at like $300 right here, or just completely stop. And I was like, no, I'm taking this 300, you know, and I kept going. And I did it for like 2 more years.
Okay.
You
was the flight agent of the year,
I'm
bro.
telling you, like,
where was the connecting?
They were hitting me, and I'm like, look, I got you. I'm hitting up this other guy because I'm never touching anything.
Yeah, you're like a degree away from separation.
Yes.
I'm just curious how your brain just magically thought like, hey, I could get 5 years versus did you Google it?
No, it was just a feeling. It was just a feeling. And then let's just fast forward to the feds coming to my place of residence, and I wasn't there. And one of my friends was like, hey, some people from the post office are here to see you. And I'm like, put them on the phone, because I know I have no business with the post office. And that guy gets on the phone. He's like, yeah, we're here with the post office. Want to talk about a package that you... I'm like, look, let's just cut it. Like, tell me exactly what you're here for. I'm on the phone with them, you know? They're like, well, we're here for some flights that you've been, you know, booking people and things like that.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, my heart sunk. I'm with my girlfriend at the time, and I do one of those sit-ups in the bed, like, she's like, oh, what's wrong? I'm like, oh my God, it's happening, right? But what was happening was something that I knew 2 years ago when I told you I was sitting at I'm like, okay, this is supposed to be happening. You know, I was on the run for like 2 days. And
wait,
then
were you really?
I was. I was getting as much information as I could about the situation from other.
You was calling the guy like, hey, post office.
I was not calling that nigga. He was the last person I wanted to talk to, because I'm like, they listening to his phone calls. This guy literally.
See, I'm so bad because I would have been calling him like,
you would think that, but at the time you're like, he's the person that's doing the bookings and stuff. Like, they're already like super on him. So I don't even want to contact him, right? But however, he was, as I guess I was like a pawn in a sense, because he had like 30 other people that were sending him flights and stuff. So I got word that those other, 10 people that were in LA, they got out as soon as they turned themselves in, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. So I turned myself in. I was on pretrial for a year. for about a year, basically just going through the whole process.
What do you mean you turn yourself in? You just go, yes, I
Yeah,
did?
I turned myself in like, hey, I'm who you're looking for,
okay.
and it was a little process. I think I did like 1 day in jail, and then they just released me because I was on pretrial release. Pretrial is where you go through the whole process until you're sentenced. I didn't have anything else on my record. It's my very first thing, so they let me out on pretrial. And at that time, I got busy on my modeling situation, because I'm like, okay, no more flight, man. Like, let me get out there. Let me go back to it. And you know what? When I did go back to it, I booked like one of the biggest gigs that I've ever done in my life. I did a video called Super Bass with Nicki Minaj.
Oh yeah.
And I was the main guy.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was the main guy on that video. I was one that they was throwing like the stuff in the pool. It was a fun experience, but I was doing what I should have already been doing all these years ago, But everything does happen for a reason, because when I ended up getting sentenced to the camp, I'm now in a facility with people that have been locked up for years, people that have been business owners that have made millions of dollars.
I was going to say, because the Fed prison, I would feel like it's almost like how do I word this without making it glorified, but like you have people with some astounding careers.
Oh, amazing. Like I was literally playing cards with a millionaire, billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys, obviously money doesn't matter right now, but they're just them, And I knew when I was to get out that I didn't want to model anymore. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Like I wanted to do something that was going to bring in that bread, and to where I could live the life that I was faking when I was modeling. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
When I got released, it was just, I knew I wasn't gonna, get into anything that was gonna put me back in jail.
Of course.
It was definitely a journey, because I was in my 30s, and I was told by somebody, when you hit your 30s as a man, you're going to be faced with either looking real forward, going forward, or stepping back and acting like you're in your 20s and not really, grow.
Oh, I didn't know that. I never heard that before.
I was told that by somebody,
But that's interesting, because I do think that people either go with, and I'm guessing it's either you break out of your comfort zone in your 30s, you say, okay, that's it, or you backslide and say, you know what, this is where I'm comfortable at, and that would be when you go back to, I guess, playing in your 20s.
Exactly. And I was a father. I had 2 kids at the time.
Before or after?
After. Well, before I had a daughter, before I got locked up. I was 21 when I had my first child. But I'm more of a father now, because when I got out, I had another child. So now it's like I'm 30, 31, like, okay, I have a family now, and
are you and the child's moms together? Is it 2 different or one? Look, I'm all up in his.
Oh yeah, you in it. This is the
I'm
part.
in it.
This is the part.
I'm in it because
we're gonna cut this part
Okay,
out.
okay.
I got 5 baby mamas. No, I have 5.
What?
5 baby mothers.
You're hilarious.
Yes, I do. 6 kids.
Okay, so you got to work.
I just didn't. I didn't want my kids all looking the same. That's why I got different.
You're hilarious. We're gonna cut all that out. Katie, cut it.
I'm joking.
Okay.
No, I'm a sucker for love. Like each one of my kids, like I really thought like I was gonna be with her for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So like we have a baby, we having a baby.
Like the Gym Class Hero song where he was like, "This the one" or something. But all right. Before we get into all that, let's get you started on the meal, because I am hungry.
Okay.
So go ahead and name the ingredients of your dish.
You ready for this Jailhouse meal, girl?
Yes, I'm hungry.
Okay, so we have rice paper. In case you're not familiar with rice paper, this is the rice paper right here, and we could already and this has water in it, so we could already just toss that in the water right there. And this is a very simple meal, quick, very tasteful as well too. Let's see this pilot. We're gonna turn this on and open up these sardines. Right? They don't need to be special. Just
so some of them are in water and some are in oil. Just so you know.
Okay.
And then you brought your special sauce, so we will be eating very,
Yes,
very good today.
the everything sauce.
So I love it when someone brings out a dish that we've never had on the show, but I also love it when it's really affordable. And your dish is, guys.
It's very affordable and it's impressive too, especially when you get the rolling aspect going on, because you know you could be on a date and just
You're
I'm
hilarious.
serious. Baby number 7. No, I'm playing.
You're hilarious.
And you know it's a fun thing that you could both do together. You know.
When you were at the camp, do you feel like at the camp is where you kind of really started to get into entrepreneurship because of the people you were around?
Yeah, I was learning a lot from them because a lot of them had different businesses.
Yeah.
And when they leave from the camp, they're still millionaires.
Yeah.
Just because they're in the phase doesn't mean they took all their money.
Yeah.
So it was very inspiring. I was in a situation where it's either you grow or you don't.
Yeah.
It's like, why are these people in my life right now?
Yeah.
That's how I look at life.
Yeah.
We had I was in a program when I was there, where once you complete the program, you get achievements and things like that. And we were all asked a question, like in a big circle, like, what are you going to take from this aspect of your life? And one gentleman in the circle, he was like, oh, this part of my life never happened. Like, I'm just going to delete this part of my life out. And I get that. The average person is going to, feel that way. Jail? Oh, hell no.
I mean, you got to remember, he probably was experiencing an amazing life before.
Yeah, he was done with it. But I'm listening to him, and I'm like, there's zero way how I could take this away from my life. I have kids, I have to teach them about, the rights and wrongs, the repercussions, and like, this is definitely an experience that I'll speak of proudly, not that it happened, but, I'm able to talk about something that, that could potentially happen to you. You never know in life, and the positives that came from it. Because if it wasn't for that, I don't think I would have been as ambitious to thrive, to, want to have my own business as much, yeah. That's
now, you said that initially you were going to do 6 months. Yeah, it smells like sardines.
Yeah, it smells like sardines.
Does the fire need to be turned up? It's very low. All right, and you gotta name your seasonings.
Okay, so this seasoning right here is slap your mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, slap your mama. I'm all about like some Cajun stuff, girl. I'm from Mississippi,
Okay.
New Orleans. Like it's gotta have that kick.
Okay.
If it doesn't have that kick, it's like, why are we eating this? So the slap your mama is awesome, and some garlic herb from the dash, right? So and plus the sardines already has
some flavor.
Yeah, already the flavor in it too. So you don't need too much. And we're just gonna let this heat up, and cook for about 7 minutes. And we're gonna come back to that because the rest. And matter of fact, like we can already start with this rice paper.
Now, do you think that you would have walked away with so much impact had your dad not turned you down for the 6 months? Like, do you think you would have? Because if I'm staying somewhere short term, I'm thinking, man, I just want to do my time and get out. But do you think that the extension made you really look at things a little differently?
Well, it absolutely did. Because my dad's situation was kind of a support situation. I had plans on going out there and helping my father as much as I could because he was getting older, and he was working just as much as he's always have. He's always been an entrepreneur himself. Always would say, I'm self-sufficient and independent. That was his thing, He worked in New Orleans at the French Quarters. And I wanted to go out there and help him. Okay. And so where he didn't have to, work too hard, but being that the turn was, I didn't go out there and it's like, okay, it's just me. Like this venture in life is just me right now.
Were you mad at him when he did that?
Initially, till I figured out why he did it, and it was my sister that told him to say no because she felt like he would be enabling me.
Yeah.
And because he was ready, like, son, you coming? We about to, and all of a sudden it's like, no, And my sister my sister told him to say no, and that was a situation that, I'm like.
So now you're mad at the sister.
Okay, I was mad at the sister because literally like 2 years later, my dad ended up in the hospice. Hospice. I'm like, what is he in the hospice for, sister? Well, he had cancer and he told me not to say anything about it. Well, okay. Because I could have been out there with him all these years, while he had cancer and helping him even fight the cancer, So, that's a whole,
that's a
whole nother thing too. But everything does happen for a reason because my dad in the hospice, I went to go see him. Broken all. I had my probation officer that I had at the time. I only had like $300 in my pocket and I wasn't supposed to leave without permission. And I wasn't about to ask for permission because my dad's in the hospice. I just got my flight and went out to Mississippi and stayed with my dad, throughout the whole duration until he passed away, which was probably like a week or so. But it was the best time I ever spent with my dad.
Okay.
And I've had some great moments with him, but in passing, like, oh my God, like we had a ball, so, yeah, my daddy. I love you, daddy.
Yeah. Shout out to Pops. Okay. All right. So now let's go back to, okay, you're in jail. You're hooking up millionaires with meals. But the good thing is I'm guessing at these potlucks, they're bringing you some different things to test your skill set. Are any of these guys saying, man, your food's so good, man, you could charge for this?
I mean, in jail, they try to big you up on everything that you do. Like, oh, man, you going to do this good when you get out. Like, yeah. We all try to big each other up. But I guess this was just one of those dishes where it was like when I left, they were like, man, like, we sure going to miss those rolls that you was making.
Oh, my God. I want to try these rolls. You got me hungry. By the way, guys, the rolls, there's the rice paper, the onions, the bell peppers, pasta, and sardines and seasoning. So, because I know he didn't get a chance because I got right into his story.
So let's get this on your on your tray.
Got it.
Matter of fact, we're gonna toss this one right here because we got into conversation. It sat so long.
Here, you can put it right there.
Put it right there and start a new one.
So I googled this. It's supposed to be in water for like 10 seconds or something, right?
So I want you to do what I'm doing because this is gonna be mine and then you're gonna do yours.
Got it. Ooh. Oh, I'm touching too. Sorry. Oh, mine is a little rippy. It's okay. Whatever. Oh, you got two.
Oh, I had two. That was two on there.
Okay, cool. All right. So do we wet the whole paper?
Yeah, you wet the whole paper.
Okay, we're gonna need some more water. Does it have to be warm water?
Warm water is preferred because it activates a lot faster. But as long as it's wet, we should be okay.
Okay. I licked the rice paper, just so you guys know it's a little saute. Okay. So, back to your story. Before we try this, what happens after you get out of the camp and kind of start leading me in the direction of Wang's?
Okay.
Wang's a Thangs.
So when I got out,
but still feed me.
I started working with my uncle. My uncle had this invention called Easy Out Weave, and you're gonna take some.
Okay.
Not a bunch, but enough to.
Got some noodles on the paper.
Some noodles on the paper. You want to get your.
So the onions are raw?
These are bell peppers, raw onions, raw bell peppers. And, this is really just for the taste, of course, but I picked the different colors because, you want your food to look pretty.
Look pretty, okay. Spoken like a true chef.
Come on.
Okay, so I got the red and green peppers. And I am not a huge fan of onions, so I am so thankful that I cut these paper thin. Because if you're anything like me, just in case someone tries to set you up with a raw onion, you gotta go thin. Okay.
And I'm gonna hook you up.
Hook me up with a bunch of meat. All right.
Sardines, bam. I I want to keep.
Do we put sauce on this?
I want to keep talking to you right now, but there's a level of concentration you gotta have for a second.
Go ahead. I'm excited. I'm hungry.
All right. And so we are gonna use some everything sauce, right? Mm-hmm. This sauce is a honey garlic buffalo and barbecue mix, right? It's one of our most popular flavors that we have at Wings and Things. And you're gonna put that on there. Okay, this is where it gets a little fun right now. Okay. So you're just gonna lift up the side.
We're not putting soy sauce on it? No?
Well, I usually use that for the dipping aspect.
Sorry.
Right. So you want to fold it over the corners, each corner. Did you get the fold?
Man, this ain't that easy to do, guys.
It's not.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's looking like a little bit of a wrap.
Yes, it does. And then you just roll. It's kind of a roll. Once you get the fold, then you just start rolling.
Okay, just so you know, mine was falling apart from jump. Can I just try it now?
It's all good. So if you overlap the rice paper on top of the rice paper.
I only have one.
It's been a while since I've been in jail.
Hold on.
But
I'm gonna do another rice paper.
We're gonna do another one, but let's get the taste aspect.
Here, do you want to put soy sauce in this part?
Yes.
I wanna master this. I thought when rice paper, I thought it's refrigerated, but apparently it's not refrigerated. Okay, so I'm gonna put it. Oh, I don't think this is melted enough. All right, I'm just gonna scoop it and eat it.
Oh, you're using another rice paper on that?
I was, but it's like not rice paper.
Oh yeah, it's in like 15 seconds it will be that way. But however, you want to get your roll out of the way of that rice paper because it'll stick to it and then.
Oh, okay. Here, let me just try. I'm gonna try it, guys. I ain't gonna lie. This is a hit.
And it's simple, right?
No. We got more?
It's simple. Your roll looks so much better than mine.
That's the upside down.
You've been here before.
The other parts fell apart. Yo. I ain't gonna lie. I know they was happy in jail. I ain't had sardines in so long. Yo, this is great.
And it's a healthy
and the everything sauces.
Brings it to another level. So Wings and Things. Wings and Things didn't start until 2 years ago.
I just want to talk about this. Okay. For all y'all listeners, simple ingredients: rice paper, bell peppers, onions, everything sauces are necessary, pasta, sardines. I have to address the fact that all these textures with the flavor is what makes it. I'm not a fan of raw onions, but the raw onion crisp really adds. The bell pepper crisp adds. The soft noodles. The sardines are phenomenal.
Thank you.
This is 100% 10 out of 10 on this show.
Okay.
I will go home and eat this, and people will probably be like, hell no. But
I'm gonna listen to your episodes and see how many 10s you give out.
I don't. There are people that failed ramen on this show.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I've
seen a couple struggle meals.
I'm gonna make another one. Is this ready? Let's hook it up.
It's over. It's literally over ready. Like the rice paper. Now that I remember, like you got to be quick with the rice paper.
Okay.
Especially when you're using warm water.
Before you get into Wangs and Things, I need to do another one. Look how easy this is, guys. You put the little pasta on. This is delicious. I'm gonna have Katie try one of these. You gonna ever have your kids try one? This is really good. Okay, I got some red peppers. I'm gonna put my little onions. I'm excited about this. All right.
My next one's gonna be perfect, y'all. I promise.
All right, I got my rice paper. All right. What am I missing?
I used to make these so quick.
These are so good. Okay. Oh, I gotta finish rolling mine. All right, catch up to you.
All right.
I so want to master this rice paper so bad. Yours better? Better?
Better than my last one for sure.
Oh wait, I forgot the everything sauce.
Throw the whole thing away.
No, I didn't put it in yet.
Okay, you're in time. Here.
Yeah, don't hate. Don't hate. Guys, just so you know, this sauce is everything. So if you haven't had it in person at Wangs and Things, you did tell me you are going to have it where people can order it online.
Online. 2026, January, we're planning on being in stores and ordering online. So that's the goal right now. And it's amazing because the sauce I actually made on accident. We call it the everything sauce because I took all of my sauces that I had and I poured them all together. And one of the key ingredients in the everything sauce is ranch.
Look how good that looks.
You did perfect on that. That crunch. That crunch. The mic had to pick that up real good.
Let me just tell you guys, I love this dish. All right. Don't be telling all your sauce secrets. But just know out there, guys, it is one of a kind. Delicious. Finger licking good. My daughter loves it and she's 4 and I love it.
There you go.
My pops loves it. All my friends love it.
I could tell you the ingredients, but you'll never be able to remake it because there's levels.
There's levels to the game?
Absolutely.
But before you get into what's in the sauce, tell me, you get out of camp, start marching me towards Wangs and Thangs, and what it's
so let's fast forward to going through a couple businesses that that I ended up starting, and each one was very financially satisfying, right? I had a t-shirt business that I started with my son's mother. And when we broke up, the company kind of fell apart. My other business venture was I got into cannabis. And I was totally against cannabis for like my whole life until I sold a pound to somebody and they came back like 2 days later wanting another pound. I'm like, okay, that was like such a quick turnaround and it was legal. And I'm like, okay, like let me get into the cannabis world. So I was in the cannabis world for about 3 years. And when the cannabis world kind of went down a little bit profit-wise.
Yeah. Probably after COVID, right?
Yeah, like right after COVID.
Because it was high during COVID.
Oh, it was like COVID was the best ever.
COVID people were just making a lot of money.
I was always into cars, so I had an opportunity to purchase a body shop, and I did so. And with that company, it gave me a lot of free time. You know, much like the cannabis world did as well too. And I enjoyed my free time that I had. Right.
Where did you get the money to buy
cannabis?
So the cannabis allowed you to buy a body shop.
Cannabis.
And the body shop, because you weren't actually doing the work, you had more time because it was more profitable.
It was. Would I say more profitable? It was kind of the same. It was around the same as with the cannabis. So it replaced the cannabis. But more time because, you know, a car, like I don't have to be in front of the car every day, you know, and it's just being worked on. So what else am I going to do, you know? Yeah. So it gave me that free time and I loved my freedom that I had. So
why did you not keep both going at the same time? Because the cannabis.
Well, the cannabis was down and I wasn't into the race of where everybody else trying to figure it out. No, I just find something else to do, you know. So
just so you know, pivoting, to be able to master the pivot as an entrepreneur is a huge thing, because sometimes entrepreneurs, they spend too much time on a business trying to rework it, reroute it, versus just
Yeah, I see
pivoting.
that.
Especially when an industry's switching hands. Like if you go from, I don't know if you guys remember when print versus digital, right? Some people will be like, I'm going to stay with print. And it's like, no, at some point you have to recognize that there's a Blockbuster, Redbox, Netflix, you know. At some point you have to be able to pivot fast enough. So that pivoting right there is just a skill by itself.
Thank you.
A strong skill.
Thank you. And I think it's more so me keeping my eyes open for knowing that this is going to die. So what's next?
Yeah.
You know, and being that I was comfortable with cars already, I was always into cars. Like, it was a fun thing for me as well too. Now having my body shop, I think it was like 2 years into it. I've never thought of having a restaurant ever. You know, like the most I've cooked was, you know, when I was in jail.
You're pretty good at this though.
Thank you. And the body shop situation, the Wangs and Things came about when I was at the beach like you one day, just kicking it, you know. And the location where we're at now, it used to be called Hot Dog Supreme.
Okay.
All right. And it was the only place in the area where they had burgers at the time, you know. So I walk up to the window and nobody's in the front to serve me or anything, you know. And then this little white kid comes rolling up on a skateboard. Hey, I'll be there to serve you in a second. Like, behind me, he's outside of the establishment. I'm like, all right, get your ass on up in there, you know. So he's up in there, and now, you know, he took my order, and I'm just looking in, like, seeing what's happening up in there, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, like, how much is he paying for rent here? Because I literally see 50, 100 people just walk by every second. You know, it's right there on the boardwalk, you know? And I'm the only person in line right here.
Yeah.
I'm like, looks like they have good food, but why aren't people over here in line? Everybody's hungry, you know?
Yeah.
So I asked him how much rent was, and he told me that the owner was looking to sell his location. And I was like, okay, let me get his information, you know? So he gave me his information. At the time, I was on a vacation with my wife. And when I got back from the vacation, the guy called me. Like,
okay.
we
was like, let's sell this business.
Yeah, we exchanged information like before then. I kind of forgot about it a little bit, you know. But when he called me when I got back from vacation, I'm like, okay, this must be a sign. And this was like December 22nd. Yeah. Right? 2023, I think. And I linked up with him at his other location, because he had like 4 other locations. It was just that Venice location.
That was...
Yeah, he had like 4 other stores, 4 other restaurants. I met him at one of his other restaurants. And it was booming. When I went there, I'm like, wow, all these people. Like, he was really paying close attention to his other establishments, but the Venice one, he kind of just wasn't ever there. Didn't really care too much, you know, because you're at the Venice location, you got to have a game plan for this situation, you know. So the landlord linked up with us at his location, and he was happy to get rid of him, honestly, because he felt like his location could have done a lot better, you know. And I told this guy, because he's like, how long have you been in the restaurant business? I'm like, never.
Oh,
ever.
My God. And like, the landlord was still excited about you?
I'm like, but look, I tell you this, when I'm serious about doing something, like you said, like, you got to know the pivot, you know? I knew I could make food that people like to eat, you know? Me and my lady, like, we were like people like Wangs, you know? So Wangs, and other things. So we were like, had the name of it, Wangs and Things. And I told the guy, I'm like, look, just give me the opportunity. Like, because I'm ready to go in, because I want to feed all of these people that are walking down this boardwalk, you know? Come to find out, we ended up being the first Black restaurant on the whole strip ever on Venice Beach. Didn't even know that. I figured there was more.
I think that was one of the things that they had said to me when I first tried it. Was like, or I think maybe I asked, is it Black owned?
Yeah, so we were the first restaurant.
In all of Venice.
In all of Venice. And we brought a flavor that was just different. Like I said, I'm from the South, so I'm used to seasonings. And, you know, when you go on the boardwalk, you just kind of get like
Your generics.
You
You're
get,
like
yeah.
your hot dog.
Yeah,
Your
I mean, you're at the
whatever.
beach, so you just get those beach like little
Yeah.
little things, but we kind of stand out because of our food quality, the look of our food, and even like our staff. Our staff has like a southern charm to us all,
Yeah.
to where we greet you and it's
Yeah.
like, hey, while your food is being made, like you're gonna listen to this music that we
Yeah.
have playing outside, and it's gonna be a vibe for you.
Is that your guys? Isn't there a TV out there? No, there's just
Yeah,
music,
no,
right?
no, we have the TV out there when
Okay, yeah.
when we do like certain events or games or that type of thing like that, because we had to do something that was going to captivate that audience that's walking down that boardwalk. That's why we do the samples throughout
I
the
think
day.
the samples is what it's brilliant because honestly, without the samples, I don't know if the business would have.
It wouldn't.
Let
Let me tell you, our first month, we're sitting with our full menu out there ready to cook, and I'm just watching people just walk by, and I was like, no, ain't no way they about to walk by and not try this good ass food that we have up in here. So I made a sample tray and walked out there. And then before I knew it, like probably every other person that I let try the sample, they were walking to our window.
Yeah.
And so since month one, that's been a standard for our company to continuously bring samples out there. Most people think about their loss that they would make by giving away so much food, but
and he be putting shrimps out there. Some companies, they be putting a little piece. They be putting the whole pieces.
Yeah,
but I really like the guy that hands out the samples because I feel like just having that personality of like talking to the people, making jokes or whatever.
Yes.
He does a great job.
Yeah, you got to have that, because most people are scared to talk to other people, but if you have the personality and the food should 100% speak for itself. And I tell people that myself, I'm like, I don't want to sell myself. Like I'll be out there they be having a good time. We be laughing and so I'm like, look, I'm not here to sell you. Like the food that you just tasted, like, does it make you want to buy it?
Yeah.
Because if I try something and I don't like it, I'm not about to
Hell no.
have a nice day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and I like that it's like you combine like sweet and salty, so it's really hard to pass up because on any given day, you're going for a vibe.
Yes,
what is it, savory versus sweet or something?
Yes, you get all the options there. And we're really happy and honored to be there at that location. And we just got a food trailer as well too, so we're able to pull up here, you know what I'm saying, to eating while broke, you know what I'm saying,
Hell
and we could feed the whole crew,
I was gonna ask him guys to bring in some Wangs and Thangs, but I was like, don't be that person. Don't be that person. And you gotta save another episode after this. God. I would have been Ian's.
I would have been honored to, but it's across the other side.
I'm
of
gonna
the
come
town.
out there. I'm gonna do my little bike. You already know my little bike, my little 4-year-old.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Bring her through.
Yes. And I like that it feels like a family business because sometimes you see your kids there.
Absolutely.
And I like that. I think it's very good for kids to be exposed to parents working and that whole thing. And I see them sometimes actually do jobs in there.
Yes, as a matter of fact, my daughter Journey, she's 3 years old. Every time I leave out the house, can I come to work with you, Dad? I'm like, no, not today, because I knew I needed her to be at an age where she could at least greet the people, and this she knows that's her job. And it's funny, this past Saturday, she asked me, the way how she asked me was so clear. She was like, can I come to work with you today? I'm like, shit, I think she's ready. So she came and I told her only job is when customers come up is to say, welcome to Wangs and Thangs with a smile. And she was practicing at the house before she left. She was like, welcome to Wangs and Thangs. With a smile. When we got there, her first 5 minutes, she was a little shy. But the second she did say it and she saw the reaction from the customer, oh my God. Oh, I couldn't get her to stop. She was saying, welcome to Wangs and Things for people that wasn't even walking by our establishment. Welcome to Wangs and Things. I'm like, yes, but she's understanding, my son artist, he's just turned 7. If you come to the window with him, he's literally going to take your whole order. A 7-year-old, cash your card, and we got this, you want to try this? I'm like, yes, that's beautiful, I have a feeling when I'm no longer here, that I've left an imprint on them where it's like
100%.
they know they want to be like you ask him, he's the boss. I tell him he's the boss, and he tells people hey, if you mess up, you're gonna get canned. Just clowning around, but it's our candor that we have in there,
What are some of the, I'd say, tough lessons learned in doing Wings and Thangs?
So owning a restaurant.
By the way, that's like one of the toughest.
I told you I like my freedom. Like my other jobs gave me a lot of freedom. Having a restaurant is people have to eat every single day. Not everybody has to get their car worked on every single day.
Yeah.
So it's the hardest job that I've ever had. But it's the most rewarding job that I've ever had. Like, there's nothing more like seeing people eat my food for the first time and say, shit, like, this is the best stuff I've ever had. And at first I thought they was just like lying to me, but there was a consistency, like with people trying our shrimp, trying our everything sauce on our wings. They're like, I've never tasted anything like this before. To be able to feed people is a great feeling. Every third Saturday of the month, we work with a nonprofit, called Trusted Angels, and they come out and we feed anywhere between 50 to 100 homeless. So they come, hand out our Wings and Things cards, and we have a certain time where everybody comes, 3, 4 o'clock, whatever time we decide, and they line up and we hand out the meals to them.
Wow.
And it's such a great feeling. And once again, like, people like, how can you afford to feed, these, because I'm not working with anybody that's giving me assistance, you know? I know that if in life, and this is a message for everybody, if you're doing something that you truly enjoy doing from your heart, like, God makes the way for you. Yeah. Like, he put me in the position where, if I buy 2 extra boxes of chicken for this Saturday and it's going to feed these 50 people, I don't have to think about the money that I have to spend for that because it's already there, So God makes the way, and hopefully we could continue.
That's a big deal too. And I think also if you're in the position of being like, I like to say these financial situations hopefully are temporary, but I think it's nice that they get a really nice meal. To be able to eat Wings and Things is,
Yeah, and it's great. It's great being able to serve them something instead of, hey, take these noodles.
Yeah,
you
that's
know what I'm
mean.
saying? Yeah. So to give them something where it's like,
it tastes good and they
they feeling on top of the world for these, next 20 minutes, like, cool,
Yeah.
So but yeah, it's definitely, like I said, the most rewarding business that I've had. Like, I still have my body shop, but I'm never there. Like, I'm never there because I don't want to be there.
Yes.
Like,
and do you think it's good as an entrepreneur to have dual incomes?
Multiple, yes.
Multiple
like,
streams?
use your talents. Like, people have so many talents that they haven't even tapped into themselves yet because they're so comfortable with, just staying in this one position or working this 9 to 5. It's like you have to kind of take that leap. And I always say, like, if your heart is into it and it's something that's positive, that God will show you the way to it. You know, and I want to, definitely say, we all have. It's like our life, like, there's different treasures, and it's up to us to recognize that, hey, that could be a treasure, but not only that, when you recognize it, like, turn the key for it to open it up. A lot of us may recognize it and we just keep on going. I can think of opportunities that I had even when I was modeling where I didn't really turn that key, and if I would have turned that key because I went to that one audition that I thought was stupid, but I should have went to it, like, I would have been on that show. I didn't turn that key for that. I'm not at no position in my life to where I'm turning every key.
Turn the key.
I'm turning every key, and it's just not stopping at Wings and Things. Like, there's so much more to my life, and I'm going to keep turning the keys.
Well, I am thankful that you turned the keys. I'm thankful for you, for what you provide for our community.
Thank you.
I'm very thankful that you're the first Black business on Venice. It gives, it's it's refreshing to see someone ring the bell.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you ring the bell, indirectly, you inspire other people to do the same.
Well, there's two more now, Marathon and Earls on Crenshaw. Are here now too.
Now,
so,
but
yes.
it takes that one, right? It takes that one, and you were the one, and you had to overcome all this adversity. And I can't imagine it's easy on a relationship being in business with your wife or your family, you know, and dealing with a restaurant that demands so many hours. Because I would imagine there's prep time, and then. I would also imagine that there was a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to the whole HR regulations and cash flow and food going
and
bad
dealing with
or
employees as well too.
Yeah.
You know, that's another thing too, because you know it's not just my life that I'm taking care of. You know, I have to make sure that we stay in business for the people that have dedicated their aspects of their lives to us, and that's our employees that you know are there every day and. Making sure that everything is ran correctly and the food is cooked properly, how it needs to be. And, you know, it's definitely, it's a challenge for sure. But it's a rewarding challenge because we just all know we all have the same goal.
Yes.
You know,
and when it comes to hiring employees, how do you find an employee that has integrity? Because if you're away from the business, you need an employee that has 100% integrity, right?
100%.
So how do you fish out an employee that has integrity from an employee that doesn't?
Well, when I first started, I kind of hired people who I felt would deserve the opportunity, you know. I was always at Venice Beach, you know, so I knew a lot of people there already, you know.
Why were you always at Venice?
Well, I mean, it's Venice Beach, you know. I play basketball, you know. It was always a place where I like to frequent.
I ain't gonna lie, I like Venice.
Yeah,
Manhattan would be first though if I had a lot of money. Manhattan.
Okay, because you bougie.
Nah, Manhattan's pretty nice.
But you still bougie.
But I always go to Venice though. I go to Manhattan like once a year.
Okay.
But continue,
yeah.
Sorry.
You know, Venice, you get the whole culture there.
Yeah, you feel like you're in kind of New York. I'm from New York, so it kind of has that urban, like, you don't know what you're going to see. True
that. And to answer your question as far as how do I know what type of employee, you know, if you see on my call log and I type in Wangs, because I put all my employees Wangs at the end, there's probably like 20 or 25. And right now we have like 4 hired, you know, but those other, 16 didn't work out. Whether they, the schedule just didn't fit for them, or I caught your ass doing something.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that we have now, I still go off of the feeling of the person.
Yeah.
You know, when we have the interview with them, it's all a vibe thing. It's all a vibe thing. And even the people that ended up doing something wrong, I never felt like they would ever do something until they actually did something.
And then do you have a problem pulling the trigger when it comes to like they messed up? You get them out?
Hell no. Like I told you, we have a banter, whatever you call it. Like your ass about to get canned. You know what I'm saying? And they like, hey, don't get canned. I don't want to see you get canned, but I will really can your ass. Like you get these warnings, you get a certain amount of warnings. But like you gotta.
So with that banter that goes on, do you and your wife or your kids ever get into it and be like, and they say that to you?
I'm so cool with my employees. They say that to me if they see me messing. I'm about to can your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we have
that's hilarious. But I love it because it keeps everybody knowing that there's an expectation and this is serious.
Yes, well, I mean, we're doing this series right now, this episode, but next year you're going to be able to go to our Instagram and see like a live broadcast of us every day, because I'm getting cameras set up in there, because there's a lot of things happening up in there. There's a how come that wasn't recorded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even like with the customers that we have, like we got to hurry up. Hey, I got customers behind you. Let me take their order, because we're having so much fun with the customer up front, know, and we just met them,
Yeah.
So, the streaming world, we're getting into that, and you'll be able to see our restaurant stream daily.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that. So right now, just for all y'all listeners tuning in, You can get everything sauce.
Everything.
Everything
yeah.
sauce online or in retail.
Yes.
And then if you're in the neighborhood or you just want to drive and taste some really good food and have a great time with a family or just on your own, treat yourself.
1425 Oceanfront Walk. Venice
1425 Oceanfront Walk, Venice Boulevard. This is the first Black-owned business on the block. So don't just hit a marathon and all the others. Definitely check them out and have some good eats. And as far as the dish on this show, I have to say 10 out of 10, guys. If you are struggling out there, believe it or not, this is a quick dish under 15 minutes.
Should I put this on the menu or what? Would you order this?
I don't know if the people that go to the beach would do this. I think they would be scared of the sardine thing, even though it tastes good. But no, don't mix. It's great, but I feel like your menu kind of holds its own.
There we go.
And this wouldn't be like the brand.
Secret menu. We have a secret menu.
The secret menu.
Secret menu.
You know what? This could be something that you do offer on a secret menu, like a secret special menu of, and it kind of gives a taste of the owner, like kind of like if you wanna, like kind of.
You know our potato, our big potato. We have a loaded spiral potato on our secret menu. If you go on our all of our secret items are on our Instagram. And the only way you can order them is to show that item from the Instagram that you follow us, and you're like, hey, I want this.
Oh.
I want the soft shell crab, the fried sauce. Like, that's not listed.
Oh, I need to get that.
Yeah, yeah, check it out.
I'm gonna make a trip and try. I'm gonna start trying different things on the menu versus ordering what I traditionally order. Okay.
Yes.
I have to now because I feel like I've been playing myself.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Any place they can follow you, keep up with you? Go ahead. And tell them.
Wang's at Venice. Wang's WANGSAT Venice. You can follow us there on Instagram, and from there it has all the rest of our external links for our TikTok and everything of that nature. And again, the address is 1425 Oceanfront Walk, Venice Boulevard. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you for coming in and sharing your story and your meal. And I love this interview. So thanks. And I'll see you soon.
Come on.
You know I'll be at the beach ordering.
All right.
Trying samples. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.
Peace.